The Sportsman Showcase Video Production Series presents Spring Turkey Hunting Volume 3. I'm your host, Ken Tucker, and one of my special guests, Eddie St, my friend and world champion turkey caller from Evergreen, Alabama, is going to give us some tips on how to be a better turkey hunter. So sit back and get ready for 90 minutes of strutting and gobbling. It's the opening morning of spring turkey season here in Alabama. Spring turkey hunting is my favorite of all type hunting that I do. We've gotten in front of them and set up to see if we can call him in. I'm using a glass slate from Eddie St. I'm dressed in Advantage from Rattler brand. Great new pattern that goes perfect in these hardwood bottoms. I don't see the gobbler. I wonder if he's left them. There he is. There he is. Nice turkey. Gosh, he's got an inch spur, 10 or 10.5-inch beard. He's a good turkey, 3-year turkey. You know, we sat down here, though, and I yepped a time or two real easy. It wasn't 10 minutes. I heard these turkeys coming scratching. Gosh, he must have had 10 or 12 hens with him. He was bringing up the rear, as he usually do. The hens got so doggone close to me, they really had me in a bind. I couldn't move, and then old Gobbler got up on this log. I know you folks at home could see him, but I couldn't see him. I had a tree blocking him, and when he stuck his head out, I thought I'll just shoot him right there, and doggone it, I hit the tree. Up in there he went, the second shot I got him. But you know, these old hens, what'll happen now is they'll go off and find them another old gobbler, and they'll bring him in, and next week we'll have another turkey for you folks. There it is. It's very important to move before the turkey arrives, so you're set up, pointing your gun in his direction. That's not the turkey that gobbled. It must be two of them. Here comes a big gobbler, though. Doggone, that's a good turkey. 3-year turkey. Boy, did he gobble. It was two of them. Roosted pretty good ways. Might have been off our property. And knowing the land is so important to turkey hunting. We eased around and got on this ridge, kept hammering them. Boy, and I tell you, we call this old bird right in. I tell you, he is beautiful. Walt Snyder and Dale Faust have roosted some old turkeys. And early the next morning, they're gobbling in every direction. Walt's set up on a controlled burn, and he's got to be careful. There's not much place to hide. It was a hen that just cut to our left. We got a hen to contend with. Waltz eats a turkey. Listen to this old gobbler drum. He's gonna go. Mm-hmm. Did you hear? This is what happens a lot of the time. This old gobbler is hung up. He thinks he's supposed to see that hen, and he's just not coming any closer. Well, heck. That was see you later. You better come on if you're going with us. We got old turkey gobbler headed our way. A good friend of mine and I set up this beautiful hardwood bottom. See if we can call in this strutting tom. And I see turkeys coming. Don't move. Jakes. 1 year toms. And we don't shoot jakes on the Sportsman showcase. And because we don't, we have gobbling turkeys every year. You don't always have to harvest a bird to have a great day in the outdoors, folks. The challenge of calling in toms should be enough. Good camouflage is essential. These turkeys are only 10 steps from us. We're gonna see them next year, and they're gonna be gobbling and strutting. We're gonna join Chris Walls, a friend of mine from Louisiana that hunts here in Alabama. And Chris is a beginning turkey hunter. And he's living proof that knowing the land and being a good woodsman can get you a turkey. He sees a turkey. There's a turkey in this plowed field. They're feeding on grubs and seeds, insects. And he's gotten in front of them, and that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, that's a good turkey. Whew. Folks, there's a whole covey of turkeys with them. We eased up to the back of the field, figuring on a good cloudy day like today, turkeys would be feeding out here. For some reason, they like to come to the fields this time of the year. There's a little roosting place a little further down. If we'd been here a little bit later, I don't know if we'd have got this feller. Looks like a good, I don't know, about a 2-year-old turkey. Folks, I guess that's living proof there. It don't take a real good turkey caller to kill a good bird. You just learn your turkeys and learn your habits. You learn where the roosting and feeding places are. You can catch them in between there. A lot of times you'll come out with a good turkey.
Coach Stallings is going to arrive at noon today, so I'm going out and see if I can get a gobbler before he gets here. Turkey's about 150 yards off. I've got to get set up in a hurry. There's 2 turkeys, maybe 3. Once he starts to you, don't yip at him again. Let him come on in. Good turkey. You know, this paid off. We were telling you earlier, these old gobblers are henned up. And about 7, 8 o'clock, the hens are gonna leave them. And just 'cause they've quit gobbling, you need to hang around. Don't go to the office or back to the coffee shop. Stay till about 9 o'clock, and a lot of times, like we've done today, you'll get this old gobbler back gobbling. It was 3 of these turkeys. And we fooled with him. It's 10 o'clock, and you saw what happened. He was strutting and gobbling. So don't leave the woods so early, folks. Give them a chance to start back gobbling. Coach, there's been a turkey gobbling over here about 300 yards. We're gonna ease in and see if we can call him in. If not, we can roost him in the morning.
Well, what's our chance of getting him this evening?
I think it's pretty good. We got a cheaper patch over here where they've been hanging around. If we can catch your gobbler that hadn't got any hens, and we can tell him what he wants to hear.
See a lot of tracks in this road. What does that mean?
Well,
other than turkeys, I understand.
Well, they
that.
walk and they hunt these hens. These
Right.
old gobblers see the hens are starting to nest. He's walking around trying to find him a girlfriend to dance with. And if we can invite him to the dance, you're gonna get you a turkey.
Hey, let's make him think it's a dance anyway.
Let's go. We're at Dozier Camp that lays in the forks of the Sapugga and Conecuh River, where coaches the last 50 years from the University of Alabama have come and hunted. But Coach, you know, those were legal gobblers, but they're what we call jakes, and you didn't want to take them.
No, I really didn't. You know, you know, they weren't 15 yards.
No.
And you know, they just kept coming right on by. And I tell you one thing, now they were alert.
They were.
They were looking and listening, but they never did see
No,
us.
you didn't move a musk. Of course, good camouflage helps you, you know,
Right.
conceal you. But there was a strutting turkey. I could hear him drumming.
Mm-hmm.
He was going, and he just didn't come up here. It was
Right.
one hen, and the rest of those were jakes, and we let them go. It's about
almost 7 o'clock. We need to move and see if we can owl and roost one in the morning.
Now, what do we mean, roost one?
Well,
Find where he is?
Yeah, we're going to owl, and maybe he'll gobble when he flies up, and we know right where he is. We can get up early and ease in there.
Right.
Of course, if you eat too much of Sadie's cooking, you may stay up all night.
Well, listen, I may stay up all night, but I'll be ready when we leave in the morning.
Well, Edley and Tom and Paul, and I want you to meet my good friend Warren Bolton and his son John. I've been shooting doves with them since 1955. They're from Evergreen, Alabama, and they're dying to meet you.
Well, now, will they be there for dinner today?
Yeah, they come and I invited them.
Good.
You get to meet them.
Good.
Let's ease out of here.
Yeah,
These turkeys.
For the people that never get to experience that, to see these wild turkeys, I couldn't believe it. I looked through the woods,
Yeah.
and here they were coming, just sort of creeping up. My old heart was beating.
Was that your horn?
Well,
I was
yeah,
hearing?
and my old gun is going like this. I think I could have got it still. It'd been a big gobbler.
All right, let's ease out of here and see if we can roost one.
All right.
Warren Bolton and John are gonna take us dove hunting.
Well, now, isn't that mostly in the fall?
Yeah.
If I'm dove hunting in the fall, I'm in big trouble.
That's
So
right.
that means things are not going too good.
That means you've lost 2 games and they ran you off.
Well, now, that very easily could happen. Last time I did go dove hunting, I'll say this, that I shot 2 boxes of shell and I wounded 1.
Okay.
I mean, they're hard to hit, man, if you don't know what you're doing.
That's right. Well, this guy right here and this one can hit a dove. I've been shooting doves with Warren and John since 1955 and everything. And old Paul Owens is a good shot, too. Don't let him kid you.
Well, I'm not blessed. I can shoot a rifle fairly well, but as far as a shotgun, in fact, you and I did that quail thing, and I didn't hit many of those quail licks. You gave
none
me
of us
credit
did.
for a few of them.
I know.
You said great shot, Coach, and I didn't even find you're the guy that shot through the... But we did see him fall, and so...
You did catch me.
Early the next morning, we found a gobbling turkey. This turkey's coming. We're gonna get this turkey. We've been here about 45 minutes. Best gobbling turkey I've been on all year. Doggone, a tree fell. A dead tree just fell right beside us. He gobbled, but he's moved off. He's gone the other way. You believe that? Doggone it. Our turkey's gone, so we're gonna move, and we don't have long to hunt. Coach, you got to catch that airplane. I tell you, we've had a great day. Didn't that turkey gobble this morning?
I couldn't believe it. I bet he gobbled 25 times.
Oh, he gobbled more than
When that tree crashed,
Yes.
how can you be so unlucky? I mean, we were...
Well, that didn't hurt us. He gobbled when that dead tree fell, but we had some water between. All right, let me owl one more time.
We hadn't got much time.
Yeah. Heard a turkey. Did you
Yeah,
hear
I
that
did.
turkey?
I did.
Did you hear that
I
turkey?
did.
We ain't got long. He's about 100 yards. He's right down here.
Yeah, I heard that.
How lucky can we be to find this old gobbler?
I don't know whose heart I'm hearing, mine or Coach's. This turkey has come 250 yards in a matter of minutes. He's right here, Coach. You got it, Coach. You got him. You got him.
Oh, my goodness. No.
Good turkey.
Hey,
Look at that beard.
hey,
Good
boy,
gracious,
that
he's got a
is a-
10.5-inch beard,
That
Coach.
is a nice beard.
He's
man.
got about an inch spur. Oh, my.
Man, if we just barely, you know, we heard that thing down there.
That's
about
right.
200 yards.
All right, I'm going to tell the folks out there exactly what happened. We got up this morning. You said we got to leave at
Right.
9:30.
Right.
At 9:20, I got up and aisled, and this turkey gobbled in there about 300 yards. Yelped at him. The next time he gobbled was right then. I said, Coach, here he come. He never stopped walking.
We'd already got up to leave, really, and
That's
then
right.
we went back into the blind. And,
Boy, that's a fine turkey. Isn't that a beautiful
isn't that a
turkey?
pretty one? It really
It's about an hour after day, and we found a gobbling turkey, but he's over this hill. See if we can call him in. We got two jakes headed our way that are between us and the gobbling turkey. Two jakes. We can't let them see us, or the hunt could be over. Good camouflage is really important in this case. These turkeys were only 10 feet away and didn't see us. We're gonna let them get out of the way, and we're gonna move on this old gobbler. Those jakes have gone the other way. There's a turkey gobbling right in there
We're hunting beside a main highway, and the dadgum traffic noise is so bad from the cars I can barely hear this turkey. But we gotta move. Come go with us. We're gonna try to move on this old gobbler.
If we can move about 200 yards, we may have a chance on this old gobbler. He's set up in his strutting zone, and he's probably got hens with him. This is a critical part of the hunt. We're gonna use 3 different calls on this turkey. A glass slate, a lynch box, and also a mouth call to make him think it's 3 different hens. You don't want to call too much. He's acknowledged he knows where we are. Young turkey hunters have a tendency to call too much. A little sometimes is better than too much calling. Every time you go in the woods, you need to learn something about that day's experience. It'll make you a better hunter. That went a hen. He's gonna follow this hen and give me a shot, I hope. That old gobbler had a short beard, but I knew he was old turkey by his full fang of his tail feathers. A Jake doesn't have a rounded tail feather. Nice turkey. Good gracious. Good turkey. 3-year turkey, but he doesn't have much of a beard. He's had a rot that we have down here. Turkeys get sometime and the beards break off into white. But he was a good gobbling turkey. We're hunting with Mr. Joe Faust, his son Mike, and my great cameraman, Dale. 2 sons of Mr. Joe Faust, and they've got old gobbler located. They're not gonna call to this turkey until he flies down. There he is. He just flew down into the food plot. What a unique hunt this is. Mr. Faust has got 1 son calling and the other feminine. Boy, Mike sounds good on that slate. Mike's turned away from this old turkey to make him think the hen's walking away from him. That old gobbler knows that hen's supposed to come to him. He's not supposed to come to her. All of the hens that this old gobbler had are sitting on nest, and he's all by himself. Makes it easier to call him in when you catch him without hens.
Boy, what a gobbling Alabama turkey.
Our first Alabama turkey.
First Alabama turkey ever.
He's got better than an inch fur and they're real sharp. Probably about a 10-inch beard.
Looks to be.
At least maybe a little over 10.
We've traveled to Pennsylvania. Our guest, Mike Zamoniak, and his son, Chris. We got 2 gobblers headed our way. We're hunting on public land. Pennsylvania has an estimated wild turkey population of 200,000, and we only need to take one of them. One's the limit in Pennsylvania.
This turkey's about 50 yards, and I need him about 35 yards for my Savage 20-gauge pump. There's Chris, 14 years old, and he's already a good hunter. This bird is hung up, but we're so close to him, Mike's afraid to call. The old gobbler knows there's supposed to be a hen if you call too much at him when you're close to him. The hen is going to take our gobble off. Mike sees another hunter coming up behind us. Doggone, what bad luck. They've run our turkey off. Well, Chris, that was tough luck, wasn't it? You know, well, the turkeys were right here and almost in gunshot a little far, and these two guys come up, and you know, you ought to respect the other hunters. Not only did they run our two turkeys off, I said we were working a turkey. I went and was nice to them, and they said, well, and they walked right down there and ran our other turkey. I mean, you shouldn't do that.
That's exactly right, Ken.
I mean, people should respect other people, and we talk about that, but heck, it's the way it goes.
Yep.
Let's go find another turkey.
Yep. I know there's more out there.
Old Chris didn't move a muscle. That was fun, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Oh, yeah.
Early the next morning, we found a gobbling turkey. There's his hen. Have we gotten lucky? We're between this old gobbler and his hen. We're not gonna call to this turkey. We're gonna let the hen do the calling. Mike and Chris are set up to my right in case the turkey comes that way. He's flying down. Just flew down.
Eddie, what we want to do is give the folks some tips on how to locate that old turkey.
Well, I tell you what, that's very important. If you can't find him, it don't matter how great a caller you are, you got to make him gobble to be able to hunt him.
Well, you know, early in the morning, I like to hoot at him the owl call just in my mouth. Ooh, 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 ooh. But I know you use a reed type owl caller.
Yes, Ken, it's just who cooks for you all blowing into it.
Well, Eddie, we hadn't made that old turkey gobble early that morning. It's 10 o'clock. Then what do you do?
Well, I like to go to a crow caller on up in the morning because it's just by nature crows holler on up in the day more than owls, and I found out that I've made a lot of birds gobble by crow calling.
All right, that hadn't worked. What's your last resort, Eddie?
Well, if you've tried all the basic locating calls that, you can use, well, then cutting, I think, is probably the premier call. It's just like putting a key in a car and cranking it up. You're going to make that turkey gobble if you cut to him. If he don't gobble at cutting, you can't hardly kill him anyhow. Let me go with a mouth call to start with.
Okay.
Now, if you can't use a mouth call, I would suggest go to a box. This is just a one-sided box. But I like to turn it upside down and really crank it up. Especially on these windy days, on windy days, that box will carry a lot further than the mouth call.
Eddie's calling for J.R. Tucker that's invited Eddie up to go hunting with him. J.R. told Eddie about an old gobbler he's been hunting all week, and he wanted Eddie to try his luck at calling in this old bird. Eddie's used to this kind of challenge. People always want to see how he does it with the tough ones.
All right, you got it. All right. Woo!
Daggone.
Hey, man, you didn't tell me it was 2 turkeys in here. You said it was 1 bad turkey in here.
Hey, it's a couple of them, wasn't it?
I tell you what, man, he's got a good beard on him. That's a good shot.
Eddie's made a turkey gobbler, so they head for open bottom that'll be right on these old turkeys.
Can you believe that? This gun, I can hit it up there, but it wouldn't go all the way up, you know. These 1100s a lot of times, 1187, if you don't bump them real hard. And I was trying to be real quiet this morning, but hey, that's what turkey hunting's about. Appreciate you being my guy.
Skin, what you fixing us for supper, man?
Well, these are called morel mushrooms, Eddie. These only grow in the north. We don't have the good fortune to have these in the south, but I want to tell you, they're considered just an absolute delicacy up here. The fact is, some people can sell these things for $14, $15 a pound. So how you fix these babies is...
selling them.
I tell you, I got to tell on Skin today, though. I went up the hill, made a turkey, and I looked around. Skin wasn't nowhere around. He was hunting mushrooms.
I'm telling you, these things are truly one of the finest things that I've ever ate.
Of course, if I get through eating some here in a little bit, I'll probably be helping them hunt them in the morning.
That's right.
Well, they got to be good to get your mind off.
But now, how many months a year? I mean, they last 3 or 4 weeks, or about a month?
Yeah, they're only up here for about, I'd say 3 weeks, 4 weeks at the most.
That's about right, Skin. We start finding them about the 1st of April, and they really get good about the middle of April. So right time turkey season comes in, and is the best time to find them, and it's a good thing to do when you're out, when we're out calling birds or looking for birds. If things are a little slow while you're hunting, you can just look around, and they seem to be.
Especially if you had some turkey breast to go with it.
There you go. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Well, now let me ask y'all one other thing. Is it a certain area you look for mushrooms like that?
I'm sorry, that's a secret, Eddie. We can't tell you exactly where we find them.
Well, let me tell you how I'm fixing these guys. I'm dipping them in a little bit of egg, and then I'm flouring them real lightly. And then what I do is I bring them over here, and let me show you what I'm doing over here. Got 2 skillets of them going. I need to turn them.
Skin, how long are you cooking them?
I usually cook them about, 5 to 6 minutes aside. Depends on how hot you keep the skillet. Now I started this skillet here first, and you can see they're starting to get some color to them. And that's what we want, them golden brown color like that. And here's some ones that I started just a little bit later. You can see they're still a little bit white. I haven't turned them yet.
Sounds good to me.
Let's eat.
Guys, all it takes is a big appetite.
There you go.
All right.
Not only is the hunting great here in the beautiful state of Ohio, but those mushrooms were pretty good too. Eddie's gonna end the hunt and try to call in a double for he and Skin Brown. They got 2 gold toms headed that way. They're both waiting until they have a clean shot.
We can't have no luck, can I was waiting on you to shoot up there, and I was on that second bird. We talked about killing a double here this morning. We snake bit, Skin.
I'm telling you.
That bird actually picked up something. The one you shot at was broken, was heading up that trail.
He run through the brush, and when I shot through the brush at him. But to no avail.
I tell you what, that's turkey hunting. That's exciting, ain't it?
Eddie, the tip this week is, us old boys from Mississippi and Alabama, we like to hit that turkey with a mouth call, and sometimes you need to change up on it.
Well, that's right. A lot of times, you just have to look at if guys have been going in with using box calls or slate calls, you might go with a mouth call or turn it right around. And, you can have successful hunts by just swapping up.
That old glass slate you got there sounds awful good. Hit 'em a lick with that. Now, that sounds good. You know, last year I was hunting and I knew that some folks had been after this old gobbler using primarily a mouth caller, and we hit him with that glass slate. He strutted up that road. He was beautiful, and that's what people need to be aware of. Of course, you and I take a sack full of callers when we go in the woods.
And you're right, and you need to be able to be versatile. But like in the early part of the season, you know, so many times people ask me, do you call in a difference in the early part of the season and the latter part? Sure. In the early part of the season, I like to try to call the feathers off that bird and just hit him and hit him and hit him. And of course, in the latter part of the season, I might just take an old call because I know he's already heard everything in the world and just hit it some old basic yips and put it up. You know, and so many times for the beginner hunter, if he realizes when the turkey gobbles and he starts coming to him and he knows he's coming to him, let that turkey come on in his lap. So many times, Eddie Salter, Ken Tucker, so many times we call to him too much and he just stops and he won't move any closer in, and he's waiting for that hen to come to him.
We've traveled to Rivera, Texas, to the beautiful Rio Persona Ranch for a springtime Rio Grande turkey hunt. This old gobbler is henned up. He must have 10 or 12 hens that he's rounding up to go to roost with. I'm using a Eddie Salter mouth caller along with a glass slate and a Lynch turkey box, but I'm primarily going to call to this gobbler with my mouth caller. This is an old gobbler. He's going to be hard to call away from his hands. We're going to relocate on him. You don't want to call too long and too much from one spot to old gobbler. The hens are headed our way. If we can call one of these hens to us, he may follow. After an hour and a half, he's headed our way. Oh. Early the next morning, we've located some gobblers. These turkeys gobble like crazy before day, but once they hit the ground, they got pretty silent. The hens are starting to nest, and they're trying to leave these old gobblers. And that's one reason they're not gobbling so much. You know, we believe in decoys, and we use them a lot where they're legal. And 90% of the time, they're wonderful. But in this case, that old gobbler didn't like our decoy. We need a little wind to move our decoys. Would have really helped us to make our decoy more live-like and realistic. Knowing the lay of the land is extremely important, and Casey had roosted these turkeys the night before, and he told us right where to get. And was he right? We're gonna slip out and go back to the ranch and meet Sissy Todd, Casey's wife, and we're gonna take her hunting this afternoon and see if we can get her a turkey. We've set up next to a clearing with Sissy. Casey's been seeing two big old gobblers right here every afternoon. The wind is really blowing this afternoon, so we're going to use a glass slate so we can get enough volume that hopefully the old gobbler will hear us. And I see a turkey. It's a hen. Where there are hens, there are always gobblers. This hen sat on her nest, and she stayed here for 15 minutes, laying her egg. They usually lay 12 to 14 eggs, so we'll have young turkeys for years to come. Was that neat? Now we need to see the old gobbler. Sissy didn't move a muscle. She's a great hunter. I hear a turkey drumming. Sissy, there's a turkey, I think, to our left, but I can't see him. The hen is feeding on insects out in the field. There he is. There he is, Sissy. He's to your left. Don't move. Don't move. I knew I heard a turkey drumming. Good shot.
All right.
Oh, good shot. Dog, was that thrill.
That was great. Thank you.
Great.
Thanks.
This turkey is at least 3 years old. He's got a crook. Look how sharp those spurs are.
Ow.
Sharp. Oh, he's got about a 10-inch beard, 9.5. You know, he gobbled one time about an hour ago, way in there. We just kept yipping with two different callers, that box call and a glass slate. And I looked over and I said, Sissy, there he is. And I tell you, the way he came up here, our decoys really helped us, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did.
He was going right to them.
Right to him.
Like a freight train.
He's a big turkey. That turkey weighed 21 or 2 pounds. We at the Sportsman Showcase hope you've enjoyed Spring Turkey Hunting, Volume 3. And we're going to leave you with a rare sight in the wild, an Osceola hen turkey strutting around the decoy.